After a very late dinner at Bear Glacier, we were heading to Stewart on the Alaska-BC border to our reserved campsite. But little did we know that within 48 hours, our lives were going to change due to a tragic accident. And believe it or not, the footage you're seeing right here, it is 9:55 p.m. That's how bright it still is.
Where's the waterfall? Oh, I see. Okay, now I can.
Good morning, everybody. We made it to the Bear River Campground. We are in Stewart, BC, just a stone's throw from Hyder, Alaska now. So we got in late last night, probably close to 10 really. Just pulled in, didn't unhook, just leveled it, pulled the slide out, and basically boondocked in the RV spot. I think it's important when you come in this late to an RV park that you do the absolute minimum to disturb the other folks who are already sleeping. You start wrenching away your stabilization bars, unhitching, calling out commands to each other. It gets loud quick. So we'll settle in this morning, and then the goal is to go straight over to Alaska, and then we cut through Alaska back into Canada to go to Salmon Glacier. Salmon Glacier is actually in Canada, and you don't go through any U.S. border control going over, but coming back, you do go through the Canadian Border Patrol. So we will be bringing our passports today, and we will be crossing the border. The other side of that is we will be in America for the 4th of July. Today is Independence Day, so on this trip, we're doing Canada Day in Canada and U.S. on Independence Day. So I barely had coffee. I'm just going to go pay since we came in really late. We also called ahead to let them know. That's where they gave us the site number. Always call ahead if you're going to be late. Try to call by 3 or 4, just so the folks at the RV site know that you're coming in. And in fact, they called us when we were about 20 minutes away just to check on us, make sure we were coming in and everything was okay. That was nice of them. So I'm going to go in and pay now. You like that, huh?
That's our Lizzie.
Are you going to get all growly if I try to take it away?
It's pretty empty of food. It's like lean.
All right, you can have it. There we are. We're in Hyder, Alaska. Happy 4th of July, America. We're here. We're going to go check out Salmon Glacier. We're going to go check out Hyder, Alaska. This is sort of our one day crossing the border. Then we'll do everything else in Stewart for the rest of the next couple of days. We're going to check out some of the local sites here in Hyder that, exemplify being at a border. They got a funny sign here too, a Checkpoint Charlie sign that I'll show you that was kind of making me laugh. One of the most interesting things that I saw at Hyder really was the fact that Hyder is much bigger than it looks like on YouTube. Most people just show the little rundown downtown area that's half abandoned and just has the bar where you can get Hyderized, which is where you drink a shot of Everclear, or you can go and get some fudge from this other place, and that's about it. But as you drive towards Salmon Glacier, you realize that there's actually a vibrant, larger community further in if you just drive another block or two. So if you do go to Hyder, make sure you keep on driving towards Salmon Glacier. Don't just stop there. Okay, well, we're in the famous bear viewing area, but we're early. Salmon spawning season has already started, so we're probably not going to see any bears. But at least wanted to see where everyone goes and sees the bears. And this platform does not feel like it's really a barrier for bears. And now it's time. We finally are going to go to Salmon Glacier, which has been the ultimate goal and the apex of this entire journey. It's been on my bucket list for years. Let's go.
Oh my gosh. And there's water? Oh, I just came to admire the snow. It's actually water. It's a beautiful little river from the mountains. You want to check it out, Linus? There you go. Up. Let's look at it. Come on. Woo! Come on. Good boy. Whoa. Lizzie, come back here.
you don't want to drive all the way up there, there is a bus that leaves once a day at 1 p.m. from the Visitor Center at Stewart, BC, and for $100 you can just ride up there in luxury and save yourself the drive. For me, the drive was part of the adventure. There were some off-road style motorhomes and some pickup trucks with sliding campers that had no problem. I probably could have taken the Ember up there, but it wasn't recommended, but I don't want to deal with dragging my trailer across the border.
Lizzie, Jesus.
You're giving us a heart attack. While I was up there, we decided to record some RVs Gone Wild, as well as some promotional work for the Optus Solex solar panel that you can get in the link in the description. It's a really cool little device. We ended up charging up the drone batteries while we were up there. By sheer coincidence, we ran across a Canadian performer called Bodine.
I got a pain in my chest. It stops me from breathing and I can't get...
My YouTube channel is Bodine. My artist name is Bodine, spelled Bodeen.
There we go.
I make R&B music. I'm from Toronto, Canada, and check me out.
Cool.
Thanks so much,
You
Joe.
bet. Enjoy yourselves, everybody.
Check her out online. Links in the description. Well, I'm going to interrupt this video to explain what happened next, because we don't really have a lot of footage of it. Basically, we were out getting coffee and just a little treat, as you can see here in this video, at this little cafe. And as we went back out to the truck, as Johanna was getting into the truck, after a day of us being out on the rocks and hiking around with no problems, it was simply her slipping off the curb, getting into the truck, and she fell onto her back. Now, something we don't talk about much on the channel is my wife has a history of some health problems, including some degenerative spinal problems. She's actually had 2 different surgeries where she had some discs fused, and it's just a whole bunch of different hardware inserted in there. And as the day wore on, we didn't really think she was that hurt. She felt a little sore afterwards, but we didn't really notice the problem. We went back to the trailer, we went and filmed some RVs Gone Wild and made dinner. And then it was really the next morning she woke up, and she woke up with extreme leg and knee pain. After a little analysis, because of our history, we know how back injuries feel on her. We quickly determined if there's numbness here and there in her legs, then yeah, she somehow damaged her back. And really over the next few days, it only got worse. There's no emergency room anywhere near this place. We are hundreds of miles. And because we know about her back and we've been through this before, we know there's really not much the emergency room can do other than give her pain meds. Because she had just come off another surgery, she actually had pain meds with her. And so she was able to start up those pain meds, and she wanted to continue the trip. We still had a couple of weeks left, and she's a trooper. And one thing we've learned, unfortunately, is you can sit at home with a back injury, or you can go RVing with a back injury. And even though that back injury can kind of change what we can do or get done in a day to have fun, it's still better than sitting at home and waiting for a doctor's appointment and an MRI. A quick update is since then we have gotten an MRI. She does have some spinal compression around T1, T2, a lot of the areas that her physician suspected that she'd have, given her symptoms. And we will see a surgeon next week to see whether or not, what he can do. Luckily, we have one of the best back surgeons in the world, and that's what's kept her going all these years. So stay tuned for that in the future. But right now, let's get back to this video. Hey everyone. Well, we actually had rain. As much as we've had rain in the forecast and we've had drizzles and a few showers, we haven't just had rain. So all morning it's been raining. It finally cleared up a little bit. Doing laundry, wrapping it up here at the Bear River RV Park, and we're leaving. We're heading south some more. So we got a bunch of work done while we were here, channel work. Hopefully you checked out RVs Gone Wild number 44, which we filmed while we were traveling here. So that was kind of fun. Did some other shoots and footage and just relaxed a little bit and enjoyed the beautiful area that we're in. But my wife's taking a shower. We're doing laundry. I'm about to wrap it up. They were a little cool if we leave a few minutes late. But really what's pushing me is getting to Prince George, which is about, 500, 600 kilometers away. So a couple of 300-kilometer drives shouldn't be too bad. Allow us to enjoy the day. We'll see what the view is like. Right now it's rather clouded in, so I'm glad we didn't try to go to the glacier today. And we didn't get Hyderized. I'm not drinking much these days, so I didn't do a shot of Everclear. But of course, if you're there, do that. The places are small. They're very intimate. You're going to get to know the owners very quickly if you walk in the door. It's a small place. There's no law enforcement in Hyder, Alaska, which is a little interesting. I think it's just an armed population that kind of keeps things under control. And the RCMP apparently is allowed to drive through to go up to Salmon Glacier. So you will see apparently the RCMP driving through Hyder, Alaska sometimes. I'm guessing they got to bring their passport. But let's get moving. Let's get going. Enough of this Stewart. I love it here. Definitely get a chance to come here. Make sure you go to Hyder. Drive through all Hyder. Everyone always just drives through that first street. And it always feels like that it's, it's like a little town. But it's actually a little bigger than you might think. The right side is there, but we'll find out shortly. Right here, the right tire. And I don't know exactly what's in there, but I gotta believe it.
There's the table.
Here we go.
There's two tables.
I was like, oh, this looks nice.
Who would have thought?
Let me just get turned around. I gotta play that one again.
Yeah.
We found this beautiful little rec area next to a pond. Lots of mosquitoes, of course. But it is beautiful here. Take a look. It's the middle of the day and we decided to stop and make some coffee. And we actually never did do the dishes before we left our RV spot. We were running out of time. So I just did the dishes, made some coffee, and now we're gonna keep going. We're back in civilization. This is the first big town we've been in for a while. So we're gonna splurge and go out for dinner at A&W. This is a Canadian A&W, so it's not the same as the US A&W. So we found this picnic area on I-Overlander just past Smithers after we had our A&W dinner. And this is where we're gonna stay for the night. So it's right alongside a nice river. Bunch of other RVers are here. Seems good enough from a legitimacy perspective. And it's late anyway, although it doesn't look like it. It's after 9 o'clock. So I think we're gonna wrap it up for the night and get the bed out, that nice Tokta bed. And there should be a little bit of road noise, unfortunately, this evening. But that's the way it is. That's okay. I'll sleep through it. I always do.
Traditionally it would be Dutch, but we've altered it a fair bit, so it's no longer traditional at all. But it's kind of like a dense, moist cake. I consider it like a shortbread frosted cake.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, get her one of those.
Okay, yeah.
Primarily almond based, right? So it's almond. Normally it would be, yeah, we've swapped in lavender.
So you pull into a gas station with your RV and you see that there's 3 pumps in front of you. Do you pull all the way to the front pump like you would if you were in a car, but block the other 2 pumps with your RV? Or do you pull to the first pump and stick out so that you're not using the other pumps? This allows the other people to come and use the other 2. That's how I end up doing it. I would prefer not to cover 3 pumps with my RV, just so I pull forward. So the pull forward rule doesn't apply to me if I have an RV attached. Instead, I will pull to the first pump and leave my trailer sticking out, assuming that I'm not blocking the driveway or traffic coming in. And then that leaves the ones in front of me for other people to use. Hey everyone. Well, we're starting to head south on this trip and it's getting warmer. And one of the things that we got to deal with leaving the dogs in the warm vehicles, whether it's the warm trailer or the warm truck, is Waggle. That's right. We've got ourselves some Waggle products to try out and see how they work. Waggle sent them our way, but they didn't tell us, how to leave a review. They just said, try them out and throw it on your channel if you like it. So we're going to try this out. We've got 2 different products. One is the traditional Waggle product that I believe works just with the cellular systems. And that's to be able to tell you if your vehicle is getting too warm or if your RV is losing power. You can set it up to tell you that. This way you can leave the air conditioner on for your dogs and they're safe, right? If it goes down, you're going to know. The other cool thing is this webcam, and this is a real plus. Now the webcam actually connects, I believe, to the internet via Wi-Fi. The good news is we've got Starlink, so we almost always have Wi-Fi here at the trailer. And now that we're here at Walmart, this is the perfect place to try this out, see how it works, and then when I go in shopping, I can monitor the dogs. All right, so we've got the app working, and we're able to basically listen and give voice instructions. So I can do things like say, be a good girl. Be a good girl. So I don't know how well you can hear it, but it's coming out of the camera. And then we can also hit the record, which we'll be able to listen to her bark in just a moment. We know that the temperatures are okay, and I can always leave the AC on if I want to. I'm not so worried about the temperature, but I do want to see how crazy do the dogs bark when we're not here. I know it's a lot. And can we stop them from barking by giving them commands through the Waggle app? We'll see. All right, let's take a look and see how they do. We gave them pig ears, so that should keep them quiet for a little bit, but we'll be monitoring it now, won't we? You being a good girl, Lizzie? You being a good girl? 2 tricks I've learned so far already. One is you can go SD instead of HD and you get a way better frame rate. It's almost real time. And you can go full screen, so you can watch it on your whole phone. Look at Lizzie just munch on that pig ear.
Delicious.
She's barking. Yep, she's barking at the camera that's moving. Lizzie, stop barking. Nope, be a good girl. Nope, no barking. Shh, good girl. Lizzie. Stop barking. There you go, that's a good girl. No, nope. Nope. Be good. Lizzie Lou, it's okay. Just be good. Just be good, Lizzie. Stop tripping. Here, get the keys. You just gotta.
Hello.
Stay.
Stay. Oh, how you guys doing? Stay, Lizzie. Stay. Did you hear us? Hear us talking?
So the RV Cam AI Mini is amazing. The experience we just had in Walmart was insightful. It worked. We were able to see what made Lizzie bark. We looked a little weird because we were talking to our dog to a phone in the middle of Walmart, but I was really happy to communicate with her, and we got her to stop barking a couple of times. The camera itself moving around was setting her off, but I imagine she'll get used to that. So I gotta say, this thing really couldn't be easier. Out of the box, it just takes a few minutes to register the webcam and the pet monitor. Connecting it to the app is easy, and when you're ready to go, you don't need any Wi-Fi for the actual pet monitor. It works off of the cellular network. Now here's some cool features of the pet monitor. First, it tracks the temperature and humidity inside your RV in real time. Second, it sends instant alerts to your phone if things get too hot or too cold. Third, it has built-in cellular connectivity, so it works everywhere you travel in the US or Canada. Fourth, you can check live updates on the app at any time and check in on what the temperature is of your rig. And for security purposes, it actually has GPS built in, so you always know where your rig is parked. If you travel with pets, this device is a game changer. Now, I do have discount codes, a 70% off the pet monitor and 10% off the pet camera. I'm going to put links in the description as well as a couple of QR codes right here. So you can point your phone camera at the QR code and that should take you straight to their website so that you can shop and buy it there, getting the discount. Hey everybody, I'm at the Northern Experience RV Park. Haven't seen a lot from me in the last couple days, and that's because I've just been here working. Also, my wife kind of threw out her back, so we gave her a few days of rest. We didn't really go anywhere, to be honest. I went to Tim Hortons a bunch. We made food at home. It was a pretty boring experience, you know, because It was a work week for me, but it's Thursday. I'm just wrapping up my work day. We're going to head out shortly. And I just want to say the Northern Experience RV Park in Prince George has been great. You can see it's a beautiful park. It's a big park. It's a quality park, right? You're not getting the funky, trailer park with, the ones where people are living in their trailers and there's an extra refrigerator outside. It's not one of those parks. It's a nice RV park. Almost everybody coming through is folks traveling the Alaska Highway or the Cassier. So I highly recommend it. It's a great place to stop, quiet and very clean. So our next stop is basically heading home. This is it. It's Thursday. We're going to be home by Sunday. But, we've got 10 hours of driving if we just drove straight. So, for me, that's like, 3 days of just lollygagging around? We'll see. We're going to target getting home on Saturday so that we have a Sunday to recuperate. But often what happens is as the weekend wears on, we decide to push out one more day and we get home on Sunday. I'm willing to bet that's what's going to happen. Let's see what happens. Well, good morning. Boy, I'm almost full beard there. Geez. Well, we were at Walmart. That's right. We stopped at the Walmart in Williams Lake, British Columbia. It's a popular Walmart in Overlander. And we said, screw it. Another free spot. Didn't see any rest areas that weren't really loud on the way. So we're here. Not a lot filmed yesterday because it just kind of was a down day. I had to work. We had to deal with some kind of getting back to life kind of stuff, email, and just, some days are blah days. They're just not very interesting. You can't do 30 days of RVing and have every day be an adventure. Some days are just sort of, bleh. So yesterday was that. We had a lot of disappointing destinations, trying to go to plant stores where Johanna can film her channel, and multiple ones are closed. It's a weird thing about the plant community and nurseries. They really close early in the season up here up north. The growing season's like May to July. I don't know what these companies do the rest of the year. So yeah, that was kind of it. Now we're just gonna get the morning going. I've been really busy editing. Got to get the next video out, and the show doesn't stop, right? The show must go on. We're just sort of on that slow journey back home. I don't think we'll make it home today, but we'll probably get pretty close. $108-mile house, $150-mile house, $70-mile house. What is this about? Well, on this gold trail, basically there were properties or houses at certain waypoints, and you knew that you had to get to that stage. There would be some market, some help, a place to stay, or a place to get new supplies, a place to recover. These folks were literally on foot or on wagon coming up this trail. So we're at a 108-mile house. And there's a heritage site here. I think some of the buildings have been relocated to here. Other ones have been here forever. This is a big property. It's a big ranch, basically. It's also a rest area and now a public site. But these are all over this Highway 97, the Caribou Highway, the Gold Trail, basically, is what this is. And it's a cool heritage site. There's a lot to see along here. To be honest, I can't even begin to stop at all the places as we're heading home because there's just so many places to stop. But I wanted to take a moment with this one. It looked cool. I thought we'd check it out. So we're in Boston Bar. I've done videos from here before. I've camped near here before, but I haven't eaten at JB's Drive-In, which I'm about to do if I don't get hit by this truck. And we're picking up some food. It's been another boring day, only in the sense that we covered a lot of kilometers. We're getting pretty close to home, actually. And really, I just kept stopping to do work. At this point in the video, you've probably seen maybe the first video of this series. It's the first video of this long trip to Alberta, and I actually had to edit it while doing the trip. The rest of the videos I'm able to do from home after the trip, but that first one needed to go out. So I've been editing it while traveling, and the deadline's approaching. We're getting closer to the weekend. So I'm sitting here trying to edit it all, and now I got to figure out how to upload it. Starlink is slow to upload, and I make really big files. So we're going to eat this food. We're going to watch the video to make sure it's good to upload, and I'm going to start uploading it. And if it's going to take 10 hours, I got to go drive home, which is only about 5-6 hours away, and get it uploaded there. There I have 1 gigabit upload speeds. That's a whole nother story. So let's go get a burger. Let's go watch this video that hopefully you've already seen. If you haven't seen the first video from this series, go back and check it out. It's a long one, but a good one. And I'm gonna go get moving. I'm ending this trip today. I'm ending this trip this morning. We are at Hope Slide. This is where I end half my trips, because we come back in and we end up saying, rather than getting home at 9 or 10 at night, which is exhausting, it's loud for our neighbors, it's challenging. Instead, we come here, spend the night, and now this morning, it's I think like 8:30 or 9, we're gonna head down to head home. We're gonna go through Hope, get some coffee, and then we'll be home within an hour and a half or an hour of getting that coffee. As we get closer to the end of the trip, life starts crashing back on me. I've got a million priorities and things dealing with life. So the vacation comes to a crashing halt usually days before the vacation actually ends. And getting out this first video has been challenging. But that's about it. We're about to head down. You can see I need to shave. I need to shave my head. That's 30 days. Obviously I've been shaving on the trip, but yeah, I just stopped at a certain point. It always happens. Some of you think I should go full beard. I don't know. I don't like how much older it makes me look. I don't like to look at all the gray. But we're going to head out of here, and that's about it. That's the end of the video. Thanks for coming along. I don't know whether this is part 4, part 3, or part 5, because I don't know how many parts I'm doing yet. But I hope you enjoyed the series. I hope it inspired you to go on the Alaska and Cassiar Highway. And if not, find some local place where you can go and just head out there. If you can get out there for a few weeks at a time, if you can work your job from the road, even better. But take any time you can off and get out there and enjoy the day, enjoy life, enjoy America and Canada. We've got some of the greatest places on earth when it comes to recreating and getting out there in your RV. So whatever you're doing, make sure you make the time and get busy living. Thanks, everyone.